Hello, everyone. Thank you for having us in this session. Maybe during our presentation, you can have your tea or coffee. Um, First, I would like to introduce myself. My name Gita Purnama, and this is my wife, Carma Citrawati. Um, we are volunteer of Denpasar Wikimedia, which is part of Indonesian Wikipedia. We also lecture at Balinese Language Department in Udayana University. So in this session, we would like to present to you our presentation. It is about the challenges and rescue the Balinese manuscript or Lontar on the Balinese Wikisource by creating the metadata, cataloging, and digitizing. So I have divided my presentation into 5 parts. And the first part, I just like to just giving you a brief information about what is Lontar, what is Balinese Lontar actually. Maybe some of you have heard about Lontar before, or this is your first time heard about Lontar. So this is just like a brief information about Lontar. And then we would like to continue to explain deeper about the background of this project, and then move to the advantages of this project, and then the challenges of the project, and the last, and the activities to retrieve the manuscript. So, first, okay, Balinese Lontar. So what is Balinese Lontar? Lontar is one of the writing material in Bali. So actually, Lontar is not known in Bali, but also all around in Indonesia, maybe in Cambodia, India, and some part of South Asia. But in Bali, we have a different type of Lontars. And then Lontars are made from the palm leaf. So in Balinese term, we have at least 3 names for the palm leaf. So Lontar or Rontal, Ron is a local language, Balinese language, means leaves, Ron. And tal is the type of the palm leaf. So the specific palm leaf, or I cite the Latin name of the palm leaf, Borasus flabellirlin. So another name in Balinese is Siwalan, and also Ental. So Javanese also known this kind of palm leaf as Siwalan. So we have same term of Lontar in Java and Bali, Siwalan. So, and the last term, Ental, okay, Ental is a specific name only known in Bali. So east part of Bali, the people call this palm leaf Ental. So we have 3 different names in Bali. And then to make Lontar, there are some stages to make Lontar from raw material, from the palm leaf into writing material. There are some stages. So we started from the harvesting the leaves. You can see clearly maybe from the image. The first image is how people in Bali harvesting the palm leaves. And then the second part of this process is clean or wash the palm leaves, the second image. And then after we clean it, and then we boiled the palm leaf with specific ingredients. So there are some specific secret ingredients. Okay, this is a very secret ingredient because every single families, they have their different secret ingredients to make these kind of writing materials. And then after we boiled the palm leaves, then we dry the leaves under the sun. It's like, okay, the fifth image, we dry the palm leaf under the sun, and then the last step is pressing the leaves with specific tools. So the last image is, we called it pemlagbag. So these tools make the leaves flat. So we pressed the leaf. It takes a very long time. So it takes from 6 months to 1 year. Press the leaves to get the best result of writing material or lontar. So then we jump to the next PowerPoint. So this is the tools of writing on Lontar. So as you can see this one, okay, I would like to this one. This one is a specific or special knife to writing on palm leaf. We call it pengrupa. So it's totally different with another knife. We made this specific, very specific knife only for writing on palm leaf. So the sides image, as you can see how we handle the knife. It's like that. And then start to scratching the script on the palm leaf. And then the next step, we inked the script with candle nut. So we don't use ink, actually. We burned the candle nut until it burned, and then use the charcoal to ink the script. And the final result of these activities, the last image. So the script will be shown. And in Lontar is not only script, but also image or illustration. And then, yeah, it's just like a brief information for you, all of you about Lontar. So next is the background of this project. Balinese actually kept a lot of Lontar, especially in their houses. Recently, data show that there are more than 25,000 Lontar around Bali, which is kept in Balinese houses. So, unfortunately, the condition of this Lontar is very bad, and all of the Lontar need to be preserved. And as this movement background is because we believe, we Balinese, we are proud about our culture, and Lontar kept a lot of valuable things about our culture. Lontar kept valuable things such as literary works, and then traditional medicine, astrology, such a beautiful illustration, art, just like what I've shown, mantras, everything. So that's why we think that really important to save our cultural indigenous. And then until we've made this project, there are no digital resources for Balinese Lontar, which is integrate Lontar data into people's houses in Bali. So that's the background of this project. And then the advantages about this project, maybe we divided into at least four advantages of this project. So we've done to preserving the indigenous heritage. We've done about 602 Lontars in this project. So this project start back in 2020 and then finish in 2021. And then because of this project, we believe that we've saving the local knowledge and wisdom which are contained in the Lontar. So the creating integrated metadata for Balinese Lontar, and also this project is the first integrated online data for Balinese Lontar. And then the most important for us in this project, we can increasing the digital resources for Balinese local knowledge. It is useful for researchers who have concern for Balinese language and culture. Maybe in the future it will be useful for the next generation, of course, of Balinese next generation. And then next. Yeah, of course, this project has a lot of challenges that we face in this project. As you can see on slide, convincing the owner of the manuscript, the bad condition of the Lontar, making the metadata, because we've got problem about our internet connection, of course. And then how to encourage the young generation, the last challenges. I would like to explain deeply one by one. So convincing the owner of the Lontar. This is the most important things to do at the first time before we do this project. So convincing the manuscript Lontar in considered confidential and private. So as maybe this is the first time you know about Lontar, and Lontar is a sacred things for Balinese people. It's a very, very sacred things. And this is a private, a very private collection. So in Bali, actually, there are two types of Lontar. Yeah, I can say government Lontar, which is kept in the government library. So this kind of Lontar is not sacred. You can access for free access. But when you want to access the Lontar from private collection, Balinese people collection, it's really hard to get access. Therefore, to access the Lontar is impossible without any permission from the owner or the priest. Okay. Some of Balinese still believe that the owner can be cursed by their ancestor if they open their collection to stranger. So this is a challenging part to convince that you will not curse by your ancestor actually when you open your collection to us, when you join, when you get involved in this project. So this is the most challenging thing that we convince when we convince the manuscript owner. And then most of Lontar, which is kept by the people in Balinese houses, they are owned by a big family member. So if you want to get access, you have to get agreement from all the family member. To get approval from all the family member, you have to wait. They have to make a meeting for all the family member, and commonly families meeting is held every 6 months, or when they held a big ceremonies. So it's really challenging with time. As you know, when we get grant from Wikimedia, for example, there's a limit time. It is impossible to work more than 1 year for one rapid grant, maybe, for the example. It's really hard, it's really challenging to get permission, to get access to open this collection. In this project, actually, we had planned to access 12 private collection, yet when we convinced the owner, half of them rejected our proposal, and just half of them, we got permission from the half of 12. So this is the condition of Balinese Lontar. Is it clear? Maybe, yeah. Okay, so the condition of the Balinese Lontar, this is the collection of the private collection, private collection of Balinese people. This is not a government collection. So the condition, the situation is just like this. The condition, Lontar itself, mostly in a very bad condition. As you know, Lontar is a biological material, so it's very easy. They are very vulnerable to rodent by insect, fungi, and weather. And the rescue of the major Lontar cannot be done. Those restraining the digitizing process. So approximately 40% of Lontar we encountered in this project are damaged. So this is the other challenges of this project, how you can read incomplete manuscript. We just try to imagine what is the text before this text. And we need to compare with another manuscript. So we are lucky because we have a lot of manuscript with the same title, with the same content, and then we can compare it. When we found just like a half page of manuscript, then we can compare it with another that have same content or have same title. So move to the others challenges of this project is creating metadata. So actually we run this movement since 2016 before we joined in Wikipedia. So in 2016 to 2019, we did this movement, preserving or creating metadata manually. We just type it on our computer or on laptop, and then we have no digital resources to save our data, actually. And then 2019, we met with some of Indonesia Wikipedia members, and then we established the Wikimedia Denpasar community, and we start to learning how to create a metadata from Wikipedia. And then to 2021 or 2022, actually, we proposed the proposal. Then 2021, we continue starting this project. So the project named WikiLontar project, which is focused on creating metadata on Wikipedia platform. So Wikidata, Wikicommons, and Wikisource. The other challenging things in this creating metadata is the internet connection at the project site. Some of us manuscript owner lived in a very remote village, so there are no internet connection. So can you imagine it, how we input the data on site where there are no connection? A bit challenging thing. We have to find a higher place to find a signal, an internet, and then insert the data, and then back again to the site. Because we cannot bring the Lontar out of the site. We only get permission to input the data on site, or we take the photo on site. So that the other challenging on creating the metadata. And then the last challenging is how to encourage young generation in Bali to get involved on this movement actually. So actually the young generation, we are young generation, we are still young, of course. we are still young. And then how to get involved another young generation to get involved in this project. This is another challenging things for us in Denpasar Wikipedia or Bali Wikipedia. So in the young generation mindset, Lontar are old relics. So they are only for older generation. So Lontar is not for young generation. So we have to change this mindset actually. And then the other mindset of young generation cannot make a living from Lontar. So Lontar doesn't have any economic value except you sell it to the collectors, of course. But we didn't did that things because this is our ancestor cultural heritage. So we want to sell it to the collector, even though it has a high value of economic value. So the last is how to the rescue activities. So there are 5 steps of preserving, digitizing, and creating metadata. So the first one is checking the Lontar condition. So before we preserving the Lontar or manuscript, we have to check the condition one by one, pages by pages. So when we finish check the condition, and then we start to preserving the Lontar. So that image, when I was checking the condition of the manuscript, and then the other image is how we preserve the Lontar. We cleaned the surface of the Lontar from the dust, insect or fungi. We use citronella oil and alcohol. We mix it, and also we use candle nut cut charcoal to make it dark again. And then the next step is digitizing the Lontar. Actually, in this project, we only got permission to digitize the first page and the last page of the Lontar. Actually, the manuscript or Lontar, it has hundreds of pages, but we only got permission for the first pages and the last pages. Why? Because in philology, maybe you know, the first pages is usually contain the identity of the Lontar, the title, who is the writer of the Lontar, and the last pages usually contain the age, the date when the Lontar was written. And we are using digital camera for digitizing. We don't use scanner machine, no. We only use digital camera. So the next, creating metadata. So this is how we create the metadata of the manuscript. So we input the identity of the Lontars on Wikipedia, all of the identity, Wikidata, the kind of Lontar, and then the site of the Lontar, the location of the Lontar, and then the title of the Lontar, the language of the Lontar, and the type of the Lontar, everything. The identity about the Lontar. And then we also input the location of the Lontar, as you can see, the red dot here. This is Bali's island map, and then there are a lot of red dots. So that are the site of the manuscript. and the title of the manuscript. Also, we upload the images on WikiCommons. So the final result is the map and the data on the right side. Okay. Next. Okay. Besides we creating metadata, we also retype the text on Lontar. As you can see, this is a Balinese Wikisource, WikiPustaka. The name of Balinese Wikisource is WikiPustaka. So Pustaka means literary works, actually. So the Lontar image, we retype again with Balinese script, and then they are automatically translated into Latin or Romance. So, yeah, this is another side advantages of the project. So we've made this script become easy to read to others. So, okay, I think the next step of this project is cataloging. As in my presentation title, the final result of this project is catalog for Balinese manuscript Lontar. So working on the design and layout of the Lontar's catalog, and then we uploaded the vinyl catalog on WikiCommons. You can find it at that link, free for download, of course. And then the final step is handing over the catalog and some souvenirs from Wikipedia to the owners. Okay. And this is my last page. So if you want to know more about our project, please join and visit our website on banwikisource.org. Actually, we've done more than 602 Lontar in this project, and this is ongoing project. Next, we hope this can be a kind of inspiration movement to others community in Indonesia. Yeah, maybe for another community that has a local manuscript. It's like what we've in Bali. So the last page of my presentation is Suksma. Terima kasih. Thank you very much for your attention.